Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 10th of January, 2025. It's going to be a cold one today. And looking at the synoptic last night at midnight, we can see a high pressure centre just to the north of Scotland there. But that high is running right down across country. There's not a single millibar difference between John O'Groats and Land's End by the looks of it. We'll run that through to lunchtime today, and you can see the high pressure has not moved very much. It has shrunk a little bit, but that's bringing in these occlusions, which are very slow moving, and I don't think are going to affect us today. We'll run that through again, another 12 hours, midnight tonight, and into lunchtime tomorrow. And again, the occlusions have really stayed pretty much where they are, although the high pressure has moved slightly. So no great change over the next 24, 36 hours. And if we have a look at the SATPIC, we can see there's a bit of cloud associated with those occlusions, and the rest of it is reasonably clear. We're getting a bit of the top cover coming over here, which is probably going to be with us most of the day. So I doubt we're going to see much in the way of sunshine. Therefore, the temperatures are going to be pretty low. I think we're looking at a maximum of about 1 centigrade today. Showers and rain that are associated with that front, again, they're just lingering across Southern Ireland, across Cornwall and into France, and they don't really come close enough to affect us, I don't think. And looking at the forecast for those showers themselves, if we run it through hour on hour, it doesn't really get close to us enough to us have to worry about them. So moving on then, a quick look at the Odium, METAR and TAF. Right at the moment, well, on the latest one, about 20 past 8 this morning, it was -3 centigrade over in Odium, and they're forecasting variable 2 knots, cav OK, with a 30% chance of between 9 and 11 o'clock, visibility down to about 200 meters in freezing fog, with the vertical visibility being pretty poor. And a 30% chance that that's after 8 o'clock tonight. It's nothing for us to worry about. And the Farnborough TAF, they're saying variable 3 knots, greater than 10k visibility with few at 2,000 feet, and a probability between now and 11 o'clock this morning. Visibility about 3.5 kilometers in mist. And then from 11 o'clock through till 6 o'clock this evening, visibility about 6 kilometers. Spot winds down to the north of us, the 1,000-foot wind is 110, 10 knots. To the south of us, 120, 15 knots. So it's given us an easterly flow. And if we have a look at windy, at the start of the day, it's almost due east. By lunchtime, it's going to have a fair bit of north in it. It's going to be from the northeast. That's going to put us on 0.9 today. The local Met Office forecast for this area is showing the winds easterly to begin with at 4 knots, increasing by 1 knot and going round to east-northeasterly. So that concurs with the previous sort of wind forecast there. It's going to be overcast all day, very little chance of precipitation, and the temperature is probably going to get up to about 1 o'clock, to about 1 degree centigrade from about 1 o'clock through till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's about as warm as it's going to get today, so make sure you wrap up well. GFS reckon it might be a little bit warmer than that. They're reckoning about 1 to 2 centigrade, with the dew point down at -3. We don't have a local camera for you, but this is Alton looking back our direction. Managed to capture a crow or a pigeon there, something like that, flying south for the better weather there. And I'll just update that to the latest. You can see there's been very little change there. Moving on to SkySight, I'm not sure where they're getting their information from, but they're showing the cloud right down on the ground there, and looking out the window, it's nothing like that at the moment. So I think we could probably ignore that one for the day. And again, looking at top meteor, I'm just going to zoom in on a sort of local area there and just run that through hour on hour from about 9 o'clock. So it's just coming up to lunchtime, and you can see the weather pretty much disappears throughout the day. There's nothing significant there that's going to affect us. It's all to the south in the English Channel. No trams today then. There's a few around the local area. Goodwood to the south of us. It's just a change of operating hours for their traffic. They're operating from 9 till 4 today. That's local. Oakhanger, which is number 12 there. That's a rat, which is for UASs. Winchester, the live firing over at number 14 here. There's been an increase in the danger height to about 1100 feet. 15 at Waverley. There's flares, but that's not until after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Uh, 17 is Ash Ranges, Delta 132 is active, and 18 and 19 are Darfield and Welford, which again are rats for UASs, nothing for us to worry about. So we'll move on then to the local airfield brief, and we'll start with the usual Odium cross-section. They're suggesting there was going to be a bit of fog earlier on. I've not seen any of that. It's been quite clear since sunrise this morning, but it is showing that there's a sub-zero layer at the start of the day up until about 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. And again, from about 4 o'clock onwards, it's going to be pretty cold at ground level. There is a fair bit of top cover there. It's at higher altitude, which is the start of those occlusions coming in. And so if we have a look at the surface wind, it's light and kind of variable to begin with, but with a bit of a east-northeasterly flow towards the end of the day. If we move on to the bookings then, there's a couple of K21s booked for instructional flying. There's a K21 on the casual list with one person on the casual list, and there's a K13 for trial lessons, but the trial lessons are not happening today. There's nobody booked in, so we can ignore that. And there's bookings available on all the single-seaters, and that's pretty much it. The simulator is available as per normal. We do have a problem with the hangar doors today. They are frozen shut. We're working on getting them open at this moment. So other church notices, the SPL deadline. Yes, we're going to keep harping on about this until everybody's got it done. I'm keeping records, and there's probably about 40% of 40 to 50% of the club instructors have got it done by now. But we need to get everybody else done. So keep those applications coming through, and I'll keep signing them off for you. There's nothing to report on movements today. So the general situation is with the high pressure over northern Scotland, there's an occlusion approaching from the southwest, but very slowly. There's a sort of very light, cold easterly flow on the airfield, so make sure you wrap up warm. We'll be on runway 09, hard for launching, cables on the boom to the south, and landing on the grass, which is soft to firm. Avoid using the wheel brakes unless it's absolutely necessary. And stay clear of the south end of the airfield down by runway 05 and runway 34 thresholds. It's quite saturated down there. And of course, the usual, please don't land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown in red on the next slide. And please clean the gliders at cease of play. So for some reason, I've got the wrong slide up there, so we'll just leave that. But we should be on 09 today. And I think we can all remember the setup for 09. So apologies for that. I shall see you out on the airfield. If I might be able to, if I can get up, there's your 09 there. The cable's over to the north of the runway today. Winds launching to the north, aerotoing to the south of the launch point vehicle. So that's pretty much it from me today. I shall see you out on the airfield and or down at the hangar, and we'll try getting those doors open. Thanks a lot. Bye.